You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. I have got your early edition spoilers for January 27th through the 31st. Steffy and Daphne are going to extremes, and Li is going to completely lose it. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not subscribed, please click that button. And as we always do on early edition day, we start with what is coming the rest of this week to set the context for you. With that in mind, Wednesday, January 22nd, we've got Finn and Steffy continuing to talk about his parents, her parents. She, of course, is thrilled that Ridge and Taylor are reunited and thinks that Brooke has been served karma, and she is so certain that Ridge is over Brooke forever, but I think we probably all know better than that. But for now, we'll let Steffy think it, right? Finn, however, repeats, kind of like he did on Tuesday, that he just doesn't see a path forward that his parents would ever get back together because Jack's betrayal was the worst thing ever. That's what he said on Tuesday. He's going to repeat it, but I think there's a worse betrayal ahead, but not from Jack, but definitely aimed at Li. And so Finn has this kind of a revelation type realization about his parents and also about himself as he's chatting with Steffy. She had sort of her own little revelation about how Ridge always had a divided heart, and then she went and found herself a guy, Liam, who had the same thing, just, watching her parents, and then she repeated that bad choice. So I wonder if Finn is going to talk about how he didn't repeat the mistakes that his parents made when he chose Steffy. We'll see. Jack thinks Li has lost it and is not making any sense. Jack seems legit stunned that Li thinks he slept with Poppy and got her pregnant with Luna. He is in full denial about both of them, and realistically, they're divorced. He admitted finally to cheating with Sheila. He even brought that up this week, but he's not going to admit this thing because I don't think he did it. Poppy denies it too, but the truth may actually be so much worse than what Li suspects. And despite Jack's denials, Li remains certain, and she's going to push her ex-husband to take a paternity test, and she may be surprised when Jack's like, okay, sure, no problem, because he knows he didn't sleep with Poppy or knock her up. Liam is worried about Bill and keeps pressing him on why he's hiding out at home and begs his dad to just be honest with him. Luna eavesdrops on all of this, and of course, Bill can't be honest with him, so he keeps fibbing and making excuses, and I'm sure that's going to come back around to bite him. Thursday, January 23rd, we've got Daphne up at the Forrester Creations office. Hope and Carter are sucking up, and they're doing all they can to convince her to sign with Forrester Creations to make that signature perfume for his luxury line. They are totally unaware that she's the one eager for them to hire her so that she can help Steffy get Forrester Creations back to the Forresters. Daphne is probably going to connive to get Hope out of the room so she can talk alone with Carter, and that intimate conversation with them happens on Friday. It may start by the end of Thursday's episode. Once Bill gets Liam out the door of his mansion, Bill and Luna are going to resume their conversation about similarities between the two of them, about their rough childhoods, their careless mothers, and just all the things that they have in common that led Bill to make this horrible mistake to bring this double murderer home with him. I don't even know. I keep making these comparisons to him adopting a dog that bites. He's trying to housebreak her and she's homicidal. From the promo, it's going to happen on Thursday or Friday. Hope is going to be very happy to rub her and Carter's perceived success in Steffy's face when she's back to work after canoodling with Finn. And I say perceived success because this is not something that Hope and Carter have accomplished. This is a trick. Friday, January 24th, also from that promo, Thursday or Friday, Hope is gloating to Steffy that the Daphne Rose, the nose from Paris, wants to work with Forrester now that it's under new leadership, kind of making it sound like she wouldn't have worked with them before, but now that Carter and Hope are in charge, she's somehow suddenly intrigued by them, completely unaware that this is a very good friend of Steffi's. And with Daphne on board officially, all of Steffi's plans are aligning just as she hoped, and she could not be happier, unless, of course, they already had the keys to the kingdom back and had Carter and Hope on the doorstep holding boxes of their possessions. Meanwhile, Carter is eager to seal the deal with Daphne, but he's clueless that she's trying to seal a different deal with him. And with Hope out of the room, presumably doing this gloating to Steffi, we're going to see Daphne amp things up. When Carter flatters her work, calling it incredible, Daphne gets up close, personal, and flirty and wants to know what he's looking for. Will Carter step back and say he's taken, or will he be sucked in and see where it goes? When Li gets the paternity results back on Friday on Jack and Luna, and they're presumably not a match, I wonder, will she back off or double down on raging at Poppy? Because the DNA test may show that Jack isn't Luna's father, but is a relative. Like, I don't know, maybe a granddad. If the results aren't simply a yes or no match, this could be a really huge development. The week of January 27th through the 31st, February sweeps begins on Thursday of that week, so we'll have 2 days of sweeps action. We're going to have heavy on the Daphne and Steffi plan, plus the who's Luna's real daddy explosive reveal moving forward. And by the way, Jack's not sticking around too long after Li's outrageous accusations. He is genuinely mystified by her saying he gave her sister the hot beef injection. And of course, Poppy is shocked that Li thinks it's Jack. So we're heading towards a huge hairy deal where Luna's paternity is concerned. Ted King said he only shot a few episodes as Jack, so he won't stick around. And the very fact that he only shot a few episodes seems to confirm to me not Luna's daddy. This week, Finn tells Steffi nothing could hurt his mom more than finding out Jack cheated with Sheila and made a baby, but boy, is he wrong. If it turns out Poppy drugged up Li's precious son Finn, slid in his sheets and got herself pregnant, well, that is a game changer for the whole Finnegan family. And I do wonder if Li or Jack will tell Finn about Li accusing his dad of a fling with Poppy and fathering Luna. Maybe not, because if those paternity tests point towards Finn, Li may want to bury this all with a bulldozer. Because of Luna's paternity twist, somebody should be heading to the prison looking to talk to her, and they're going to raise heck when they realize she's not behind bars. But elsewhere, looks like Bill's secret is going to be out in February sweeps. Daphne keeps on tempting Carter with sexy statements and close contact. Ridge and Taylor are moving forward while Brooke just won't let go despite Ridge's repeat rejections. And also, a very sad note. Former Bold and the Beautiful actor Francisco San Martin died this weekend. He was very young, only 39. He played Mateo. That was back in 2017. Eric had hired the hunk to be the estate manager back when he was married to Quinn, and Sheila was showing up to make trouble. You may remember him. And the actor sadly took his own life on January 16th. Rest in peace, Francisco.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.